It's very important because all these ideas are the same. My program, food, water, and energy, you have seen the presentation of not only President Trump, but also of the Secretary of State Kennedy, regarding the agriculture, regarding food for our children, in order to be not
to make America healthy again.
Make healthy America again. Exactly this I said about Romania. Make Romania healthy again. Make safe again. How? With food, with water, with energy. Why I have to import the energy or other things instead to have here? So it's totally nonsense, you know. I mean, Romania right now, 90% of the food is imported, which is not only crazy, it's an attack, not only to democracy, it's a corruption, it's an attack to the economy, to import 90% of country, which can produce for whole the Europe, everything.
Mr. Georgescu, that segment here, I don't know how anyone could listen to this and call you pro-Russian. You're sitting there talking about how the US fight for freedom is something they want to emulate here in Romania, and they call you a pro-Russian candidate. I just don't understand. Like, for any Romanian listening to this, there's no one that can believe it.
Okay, of course it's a fake, but you have seen also the situation with President Trump before. The same situation was pro-Russia. There was a Russian intervention. It's the same thing. There are small guys which they have nothing to.
I think the media is just dying. I know what
it's legacy media. It's in a position just to explore only this channel. Everything you are doing against the system, you are pro-Russian.
But obviously, based on the poll numbers, even before the casting of the election, people are waking up.
In the moment when you are fighting for the democracy, for the freedom, you are a pariah. And the pariah does mean that you are pro-Russian. I am first of all pro-Romanian. And because you are pro-Romanian, you are pariah. You are immediately you are pro-Russian.
And any pariahs labeled as pro-Russia.
Exactly, this is the point.
And in 2016, we saw the entire media conglomerate target Trump. And then we're seeing the same thing here in Romania.
Yeah, it's absolutely the same situation which we face today.
And they always like to use the word disinformation. That's like the code word.
Exactly.
Anything we don't like.
In the moment when you don't like this, they are starting the disinformation.
Yeah. Whenever I hear the word disinformation, I just get chills now. I know what it means.
Yeah. It's exactly the same story.
The question I have for you is, I wanted to ask you earlier, is who decides those things? So you have 9 judges and constitutional judges. Who calls them? Who messages them and says, I want you to do this?
The politicians, the Secret Service politicians, I said that I'm totally devoted to depoliticize justice system and the secret services as well. So are only the politicians, exactly as I said to you, and also this Soros network. Soros again, it's
that much influence. So you think Soros network came up? They could have. Like, who comes up with the idea? Let's cancel an election. Like, I'm sure there's somebody who's like, all right, what can we do to make sure Georgescu is not president? Let's cancel the election. Who do you think has those conversations behind the scenes?
So first of all, was as I said, was the international intervention, Blinken European Union, related with the former president and the Secret Services here, and they decide to go to the court and to decide.
So you think the US might have played a role? Is it so? Who would you point the finger more at?
You have to understand that. Well, I cannot say because I have no disinformation, but for sure, which is already public, as we spoke already, Blinken made an intervention.
Very public about it as well.
Because there are a huge interest. We are talking about money here. We are talking about power. So they don't want to lose this power.
And when you mentioned a few times how the European...
Because I said the power, I said in my campaign, the power is for people. And I said very clearly, myself as president, I serve my nation. I am the employee of my people, not vice versa, which is today. So this does mean the real democracy. And I find that this also in my first stage, which I made in 1992, 93 in the United States. And I find the goals of Thomas Jefferson, and in fact, the father of the democracy in the United States, which said this. I mean, this is very important for the people to understand. Of course, the corruption was exposed these days, but we have to fight for our democracy. And we find also that with this situation which is today, I'm looking forward for this real partnership with the United States, with President Trump and Vice President Vance, and to understand that we are here, first of all, as a country in a very well located, it's a very rich country with a Black Sea, which is a fantastic value, which in this area, with a lot of resources. I find, I have seen, of course, different stories and relationship with Hungary, with all the respect. Romania is 100 times much rich than Hungary beside the position. And I'm looking for a real partnership. In a sense, the east flank, exactly as is in the area of Israel, the relationship with Israel, the same. I'm looking at the same situation, but for the east flank in Europe. So I'm looking for a very strong and valuable position with our partner in the United States, in a very decent and very democratic point. The most important is to have the respect for each other, but before to have that, you have to respect your people. And this I'm looking for. For this reason, we are fighting. We know very well that we shall win, and all these guys, already they lost. They don't know yet, but they'll fight.
I think it's a very good point. I think they already lost. And just want to remind anyone listening that just what you're saying is like the complete opposite of what anyone that's pro-Russia would say.
Yeah, I agree with you. And again, I smile when they had this criticize addressed to me, because first of all, I know the truth, and the truth is like the oil in the water. I mean,
the truth always wins.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot.
Why are people not on the streets right now? Do you think, like, I don't think people in Romania will remain quiet.
No, they are permanently. I'm telling you. I mean, it's very soon will be another. The people, they are coming again. Permanently, they were on the street. Permanently, non-stop. I mean, it's like a volcano. I mean, the people, they realize that this is a moment, and they don't give up. We don't give up. And we know very well, even it looks now harder or very complicated situation, I'm sure about that the situation will be changed, and we shall win. We are the winner. We are the winner already. The Romanian people is the winner. It's a fantastic, it's a great people, and I'm looking for Romania to be great again, to be beautiful, to be an harmony here. And all the people, they are looking for that. We are looking for the change the system, not the people. The system, not the people.
I always look at that as well. It's very systemic, the corruption and misaligned incentives. Your friend, I was speaking to your friend earlier, and he said that their strategy right now is to, the same 9 judges determine who can run for president.
Yeah.
So is it true that their strategy right now is to try to prevent you from running for president? Is that what they're trying to do? And they're trying to either find information or frame something to be able to use it to prevent you from running for?
Yes, they're looking for that. We are aware about that, but no chance.
I don't think. And he said to me, if that happens, that will be the spark where just Romania will go. He said, I'm going to paraphrase, like everyone would just go on the streets, I assume.
Yeah, it is a situation like this. So for this reason, I'm sure that we have to find the best way in order to not happen such as things, because for sure the people, they cannot resist anymore if something will happen in this direction. They are aware also about that, I'm telling you. The most important point is that we have the victory in our mind, in our heart,